Alrighty, brother, since you couldn't be here today, I'm going to show you what I got going on here. I already got the sausage cut up here, a mix of andouille and smoked sausage here, cut into half moons as you see. If you have some bacon grease, go ahead and get that warmed up in your pot. If you don't have bacon grease, you can use butter or something else to get, just the pot the pot warmed up and everything. And what we're trying to do here is just brown the andouille and the smoked sausage. I went ahead and cut up my chicken. You can cut up your chicken however you want. I prefer the boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Today they didn't have that, so I skinned the chicken thighs. I chopped it up in larger than bite-sized chunks of the thighs themselves, and we're going to brown that. After we brown the sausage, we're going to pull the sausage out, and then with all the nice juices in there, we're going to brown the chicken, and then we'll remove that and set it in a separate pot. And then we're going to come over here while that's all happening. You see I've got one onion peeled, I've got some green bell peppers here, and I need to chop up some, I have some celery we're going to do here. Not this much, I probably only use, today we're making a little bit larger deal of this. Here's that. I'm going to use 4 stalks. Hey, might as well use a small one because we're feeding more people today. So one thing I learned when I was YouTubing all this mess is how to cut an onion. I found some fancy French chef. He said take your knife and go around that root right there. Just kind of core it out because you don't want that. Nobody wants that. I need to get around there. I didn't go deep enough. And that'll come out. And you just peel that out. And I just go ahead and do the other side too. Alright, go ahead and you peel your onion. I've already got that one peeled. The thing's trying to get away from me. Go ahead and peel this. And then what's really important is how we're going to slice this onion to get it ready for the Mueller dicing deal there. Let's turn some light on there. The new Mueller dicing machine, which should be in your mailbox by the time you get home. I'm going to go ahead and give you an early Christmas gift. Since it sounds like you're going to give your son an early Christmas gift anyway, might as well just keep it going on like that. I'm going to get this onion peeled right here. I'm going to come back and try to slice that bad. Well, it looks a little brown right there, a little bit of gray. We're going to cut that out right there. Rotten onions in this mess. Alright, come back over here. Yep, see I'm starting to get some browning on the sausage and stuff. I'm on about a medium high temperature setting here. Looking good. I like how that's browning up. By the time I get these onions finished, probably going to come back over here and do this. So what that fancy French chef on YouTube showed me, he said how you want to dice the onion. I believe he said always cut it. You see how the lines are running this way. Lay it on its side, and then what we're going to do is however thick you want those diced onions to be, go ahead and do that. I've got anywhere, that's about a 1/4 inch or so right here. I think it's fine. And I'll probably speed this video up because I've got to do this one more time with the other onion. And I got to be careful. I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but I'm the onion slicing expert. Get that brown mess out of there, we don't want that. I've already cleaned the bell peppers or washed them out. I don't think I de-seeded them. There's not too many seeds hanging out. I kind of picked most of those out. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get these onions going. Now the thing about the Mueller thing here, obviously you chop this stuff up that you don't like. You do have to cut your veggies down small enough so to chop through that thing. Bam. Sometimes you can stack the onions like that.
Hey veggies. Bam. You're going stuff like that maybe. That one doesn't get too big, so I'm going to go and quarter that. And that's going to fit. Bam. Slide that. And we're just going to keep doing that, huh? I think you'll get the point there.
And you'll get better by here. My sausage over there cooling off a little bit. I'm going to turn around here after I get this section, and we're going to go stir them one more time. I think after about that, after stirring, they're going to be about done. I like them when you get some of the browning on the sausage themselves. You can see it's like a, I don't know, definitely dark. You'll be able to see with this light that I turn on, so you can see it's getting nice and brown there. That's pretty much what I'm after. I am kind of scrubbing the bottom here. Yeah. Looking good. That's a good mix of smoked sausage and andouille. We'll get these onions done, and we're going to pull these bad boys out into another bowl. What I do too, I do that, shake it down because it's all going to build up. So you want to keep fitting more in there. Bam, look at that guy. Squeeze it down in there a little bit. That'll happen from time to time. Don't worry about it. Put it back in there. Keep chopping. There's your... Alright, I'm good and pull the... Get you a slotted spoon. This one works awesome. Get all the grease out of there. You want that grease to stay in there because it's going to flavor everything else that you're cooking in here. So drain that stuff, just shake it around a little bit. Sometimes lean it against the side like that. Whew. Watch out, scoop too fast, you're going to get that grease on your favorite cooking shirt. Like so. Shaking out all the good stuff, all the good flavor from the andouille and smoked sausage down there, all combining, whether you're using bacon grease or using butter, whatever you want. Bam, 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 that's going to be good. And goes the chicken thighs. Oh yeah. Gives a good stir. You want all that stuff to get mixed up a little bit. I'll do that real quick. I prefer to shake a little bit of Tony's in here, just a little bit, depending on how much you like. Brother Jeff says he doesn't use much Tony's in his jambalaya. I prefer to use a little bit, not a ton, a little bit, and I also season up my veggies with the Tony's a little bit when they're ready. Okay, I think I got a good coat of everything on them. We're going to let that sit there and cook for a little bit. Yeah, you notice I got the bones in there. We're going to leave the bones in there. Per Brother Jeff, he says the bones where a lot of flavor comes from. So this is going to be an all-day cook. All that stuff is going to simmer for quite some time. So all the meat will come off those bones. It'll be just fine. So once again, you're slicing your veggies however thick you want the dices to be. I actually need to trim those down a little bit. I'm going to make them a little bit skinnier, those first slices I made. There we go. That one. And watch my fingers. Bam. Alright. Put that back on. Old Mueller dicer. Love this dang thing. Once again, you got to cut these things enough to where they fit into the little compartment. And bam. Put them up in there. Bam.
That's good stuff. Easy, consistent dicing. It makes things, if you don't like to look at them while you eat them, but you know it makes your dishes good. This Mueller dicer is awesome. I give it 5 out of 4 stars. Love the darn thing. Yeah. That's a 5 out of 4. I can do them proper fractions in my kitchen. It's my kitchen. Bam. Bam. Slide that forward. Get all the stuff to the front.
Whew. All right. sure my lights aren't doing this recording. Not sure everything's recording. All right. I hear my chicken calming down over there. I'm gonna stir that in a little bit after we get this this bell pepper chopped up. Once again, we're aiming to get a good brown on the chicken, not necessarily cooking it all the way. We want it brown. I want all these flavors to combine. Stir it around. Woo! Some on there, yeah, I got bones in there, everything. Good chunks of meat. And I actually left the meat chunks bigger today due to a good friend of ours from Louisiana, Lisa up in Arkansas, but from Louisiana. She likes to leave, I don't even think she cuts her chicken thighs up. She just leaves them as but. So I kind of went halfway between bite size and fully together, so just big chunks. You cut them however you like. There we go. All good. I don't like slamming this Mueller down too hard because that's when this thing comes, the masher comes off, and I don't know why, but I damaged mine. I was slamming it too hard after I initially got it, but it's still working fine, so I didn't send it back or anything like that. It's working plain good for what I need it to do. Okay. Still got celery to go, so that's fine. And not going to use a bunch of toning, so we're just trying to keep a little bit on the mild side, but I'll sprinkle just a little bit on there, just a little bit. And in my world, that's just a little bit. So, all right. We'll go back over here, chop up some of the celery, rinse the celery off. I'm learning about real estate. Talk to Laura. She's over there educating herself. Alright. I didn't coordinate this with her, otherwise she would have had earbuds in because she knows. She would respect what I was trying to do. Alright. What I'm going to do, let's stir the chickens again. Look at that. Chickens cooking, they're looking good. I actually crank this up a notch. Bam. Because what we're going to do once the chickens are done browning, we will add the veggies in here. So we're not in a huge rush. Everything's going good as far as timeline is concerned. What we need to do now, maybe rinse this thing off since I cut up. I'm sorry, my kitchen's is a mess right now. Yeah, Chris didn't pick up some dishes. He said he'd pick them up before he left for work. He's not leaving for work for an hour, so I know the dishes will get handled because he said he would. All right. These are smaller stalks. That's why I'm using more. Use as many as little as you want. If you're doing a traditional size pot of jambalaya like I did the first time, I just used about, call it 3 normal stalks of celery. Once again, cutting these up kind of small. Bam, bam.